Hey, welcome back to Good Knit Kisses. I'm your host, Kristen, and I hope you are doing well today. Today is Tuesday, Loom Knitting Day, and sorry, we are having a little bit of a delay this morning. I've been battling a migraine for a couple of days, so I slept a little bit longer, if you can understand that. So thank you so much for joining me. And today I've got some loom knitting on the brain. How about you? Remember to ask me your questions, and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. Right now, I've been working on the Bernat Stitch Along, the Mystery Stitch Along by Joanne and Bernat, with Your Inspirations. Excuse me. And they have their week 2 or clue 2 up this week, and I have been following along with the needle version, and I am blogging along, although my blog is a little delayed today, so I'll be working on that, getting that out later. But also part of the blog, or I might do it as a separate part, I want to be showing how to do it a little bit on the loom. So that is what's up today. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to say hello to everyone. Hey, Ada. And if you're joining me on the replay, please let me know if you're joining me for the first time, where you're from. And if you're live today, jump in and say hello. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, yeah. I can't really say that I'm doing much better. Yeah, I just took another migraine medicine. I was trying to sleep it off, and that's why I'm delayed by about 20 minutes. Yeah, I still had to get up and take the kids to school, and that sucks because all the lights from the cars, and it's not cool. So, yeah, try to get a little more sleep. Good morning, Valerie, Michelle, Ellie. Good morning, Tammy. Hey, Candy Annie. Good to see you again. Marie, Claude, Angie. Hello, hello. And Claire, Minna. I'm not sure how you say your name. Francois Lavigne. Minna. Is that how I say it? I want to know. Shabuka. She's from Miami. Oh, awesome. I've got lots of neat people here. We got new people, first timer. Hi, Cheryl. Good morning. Good morning. I cannot read that language, so I cannot read your name. I am sorry. If it was my brother, he can read many languages. So he is super smart. He knows like 6 languages, and that is not me. If you taught me the correct way, I could sing it. So that would be awesome. I can say hello in Korean. 안녕하세요. So I can say that. Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Jasmine. Have I made a slouchy hat on oval loom? Well, whether it's oval, round, or triangular, or square, or rectangular, as long as it's connected in the round, you can make anything circular. So, Jasmine, I have good news for you. As long as the gauge is right and the peg count is right, you can use many standard hat patterns. They do not have to be developed for the oval loom. The oval loom just makes it easier for you to get to all those stitches. Excuse me while I fix my hair. It makes it easier for you to maybe hold it, and it's a smaller, less awkward circumference, and turn it around. It's kind of like having like an S loom to make it kind of more compact. So anyway, I do have a slouchy hat that is done on a 48 peg, 5/8, what is that? Regular gauge, loom. And that is, that's done on the old Nifty Knitter 48 peg. But if you can't find those, you can also find it. Cindy Wood makes a version of that. So I have no idea how many pegs in the oval loom. Maybe the oval loom people need to send me one. I'm out of money. I've been spending too much on Bernat Blanket yarn. Hey, Brigitte from Denmark. Hello. Hi, good morning, Carol. Good morning, Brenda from Canada. I hope you Canadians had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving over the weekend and yesterday. Buenos dias de España. Did I say it right, Peppa? Good morning. Good morning, Joe. Oh, Joanne. Hey, I'm sorry. I was flipping past your name. Good morning, Joanne. I was going to mention you today. Gayla, Kathleen. Well, we have a lot of new people hopping on today. Janet, Sandra, that would be awesome. I can say you're overwhelmed. That would be awesome. I can say what? You are overwhelmed. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not reading that right. Anyway, hello, DeLeona. Thank you. Y'all are making me feel better today. Hey, Cheryl. Taylor. Chilly morning in New York, Shirley says. Patty. Oh, man. A lot of awesome new people coming on. Okay. Stephanie says, Stephanie's giving me some information. 58, 54, and 70 on the oval set from Leisure Arts. Awesome. Does anybody know the gauge of Leisure Arts? The oval loom? Anybody know that? Has anyone measured the center peg to center peg spacing? Or even the circumference of the loom? That would be very good information. If anybody wants to send me all the information on that, I can figure some stuff out. So, Jasmine, yay, you're so excited. Your daughter's 8 years old today. Happy birthday to your daughter. And you're making her a hat while she's at school. DeLeona, I do not. You know what? Susie, man, is Susie on here? Does anybody know Susie's YouTube link or her web page or her group page? Anybody? Susie with Addie Knits. Susie does a ton on the Addie machine, and it would be best if you subscribed and hooked up talking to her, because she's awesome at that. So that would be something that eventually I would learn, but no, I like to refer people to things that I don't know when I can. Stephanie says it's small gauge. Oh, okay. I was thinking it looked like it was larger than that, but maybe no. Jasmine, you got yours from Walmart. It's for lightweight yarn. Oh, okay. Jasmine, you got the new one from Boy, the made for lightweight yarn. That's a small gauge. I actually worked on those patterns. That gray hat in there was one of my favorites. I did not want to let the sample go. It was like, I want to wear this. So I took a picture of me in it before I sent it off. And then we did the baby hat that had the little clip-on bow. The bow was like a little clip-on. You can take it on and off. And then we had the little cowl. They wanted a cowl. I think it's kind of tight and small, but you can make it. You know, yeah, so happy birthday to your daughter. Nancy got 6 inches of snow this morning. Holy cat hair, Batman. Laura is in chilly Chicago. Wow, I can't read. This migraine. Hang on. Coffee. You know, Chicago reminds me of a couple of songs. This is when I need like a piano player in the back, because if any of y'all know me, I'm going to start singing here in a minute. So Chicago reminds me of a couple of things, because it's like Chicago, Chicago, that one. And then there's, oh, what just blew in from the windy city. The windy city is mighty pretty, but they ain't got what we got. That's from Calamity Jane. Anybody know that one? I don't remember what the other one is, but here's the last one. Ask any of the chickies in my pen. They'll tell you I'm the biggest mother hen. I love them all and all of them love me. Because the system works, the system called reciprocity. Oh, let's finish it up. When you're good to mama, mama's good to you. I'm sorry. We had a little dance break. We had a little musical break. And back to work. Joanne, thank you. She says, according to Leisure Arts, the oval is half gauge. That's great. Fantastic. Small loom, 54 pegs. Okay, thank you for all the numbers. I'm going to have to peruse those when we're offline here, and I'll write it all down. Good morning, Bridget. Good morning, Janet. Before you start, what's the best size loom for a toddler hat? Well, a toddler hat. Man, off the top of my brain there. That's a good question there, girl. Well, sometimes I like to talking some of the general thing. I hate to do that, but there's so many looms out there, but a lot of people are familiar with Nifty Knitter looms or the Boy or the Hobby Lobby, blah, 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 the ones that have sets of 4. And if you have like a set of 4 plastic looms, that circumference there, there's like the second one. So there's like a 24 peg, and then there's a second one that's like 30 or 31 pegs, depending upon which one you're doing. If you've got a small gauge loom, it's going to have about twice as many pegs, but it's like kind of that second size loom. Anybody help me out? Know the circumference? I don't have any notes in front of me, but that one, depending upon how tight you work it and how, like your stitch and stuff, it can be a toddler size. I've actually made one for a very petite woman. The lady who has modeled a couple of times for me, she's on my twisted scarf, keyhole scarf. Her head is like super small, and she can use the toddler hat size. Cindy Wood Looms makes their looms, and I think they actually write toddler, if I'm not mistaken. Anyone help my brain here, but let her know. But yeah, that would be a good one. Let's see. Thank you for all those numbers there, Stephanie. She keeps going, and I really, really appreciate it. Jessica, you keep missing the videos. Do you mean the live videos? I didn't get to come out with any new videos last week for YouTube, besides the important one that ends today. Where the heyday is this? Okay, this is the one I did last week. This is a review. This is on YouTube. And of course, daily I've been doing these videos here on Facebook, but this is on YouTube right now. Tonight, my time, 11:59 p.m. That's when this this review that has a giveaway at the end. That you have to watch the review, listen to the instructions at the end, do the giveaway. That's the last time for entries. We've had quite a few entries. We've had about 200 entries. It's great. Now, I know that you would think there's more, and there's a lot of views on it, but like not everybody always enters, which is good because your chances are actually pretty good of winning more than once on things. So if people don't enter, their loss. So anyway, this book is the one I've got a video on. So you just caught me up to one thing I need to talk about. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Carol. There is the Addie group page. Susie's on there, and she has all kinds of oodles of information. So if you want to know, whoever asked and anybody else, if you've wanted to know about the Addie knitting machine, that's a fantastic group to get into. Be sure and be patient. Try not to ask a whole bunch of questions at first. What I would suggest is actually go into the files section and start looking in the files section. If you have a question, use the little search bar, not the one at the top, but use the little, in this Facebook group, there's a little search bar kind of lower down on the right-hand side. And so when you click on that and type in like a keyword, you should be able to get information quickly. That's what I would say about any group or anything that you go join up. Go start searching for the question first before you start asking, if you can, because you might actually find a huge wealth of information and be like, oh, I need to bookmark that. I need to check out that. I need to do that. So that's really good. Gayla, here's my delay. Eeks, no. That's what she said. Melissa says, I can't get this to play. I still have picture only. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, anybody want to tell her that she can refresh her thing? If she's on a phone, she may have to, well, on an iPhone, you have to double click and swipe up and get out of that app and get right back into it. And that probably will help you. Otherwise, you'll have to refresh your browser and go back to Good Knit Kisses if you're watching it on the page. Lots of snow, Ada says. Elizabeth, you're very funny. I don't know who she's talking to. She may be talking to me, maybe talking to Tunes Tuesday. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl. Shirley, who sings the Little Gray Cloud song? Are you talking about Winnie the Pooh? Okay, so I did a bluish gray cloud back here. And, of course, I have sung on here before. I'm just a little black rain cloud hovering neath the honey tree. Only a little black rain cloud, nobody's bothering me, or something like that. That's Winnie the Pooh. Yes. Let's have a moment of sweetness for Winnie the Pooh. Sweet. Melissa, you're working. It's working now. Yay! I am dead when I have a migraine. Yes, my medicine is actually kicking in very nicely. My brain is starting to catch up. I've got like that after bruise effect right here. It's like, but it's better. It's better. It was all day yesterday up till 2 a.m. and then kind of kept creeping in this morning. And I was like, I'm going to take some more. I'm down to one pill. I have one pill. I gotta like get a refill. Half from center to center. Stephanie, did you measure your leisure arts? You were awesome. Chicago, Calamity Jane, Kelly knew it. I must be really far back on all my comments. I'm reading your comments, y'all. Oh, thank you, Daisy from Honduras. Thank you for wishing me to feel better today. Yeah, y'all just pray for me. Man, if you ever have migraines, sometimes you get that after effect and it can really buckle you down. Jessica says she's obsessed with making the figure 8 in the round ear warmers because they're moving. You don't have to pay close attention. That's a good one to make then. Yeah, Cindy Wood. Oh, you have it all. Oh, awesome. Good morning, Donna in Anderson, South Carolina. You have the book, Jessica? Oh, that's great. Yeah, Alicia says, yes, Citywood has all kinds of size of hat looms. Yeah, they're very specific. They've got lots of different special gauges and lots of different hat sizes. I mean, they call them out that way. Anyway, cool. We got Rebecca in Rhode Island. So, Lori Lambert, good morning. How are you? Okay, replay. Is there any more pattern inside what is on the KB website and Ravelry on Zippy Loom? Not sure that question. Okay, so Alicia is wanting to know, you want to know patterns for Zippy and on Ravelry and stuff like that. I don't know if KB is putting all their patterns on Ravelry, but if you're ever looking for stuff from Knitting Board, the blog has a lot of that stuff, and type in like a single keyword in the search in their blog at KB's blog. If you don't know what the blog is for Knitting Board, just go to knittingboard.com and then go click on blog, and then there's all that stuff, and then there's subcategories, and you can actually, like, if you click in a subcategory, you can type in this keyword search, and I think it just limits it to that category. So if you didn't know that, that would be a great place to go. Knitting Board has a ton of stuff. In fact, all the loom manufacturers have more and more stuff now. It's really encouraging. Melissa, sorry. Boy, I'm back. Wow. I've got a lot of great comments today, y'all. I've got so much to scroll through. Yay. Oh, my good singer. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. I try. I am not super, super awesome, but boy, I can ham it up. Melissa says, let's see. Oh, yeah. You haven't had one in 11 months from doing the piercing thing? I'm not sure I want to do that. Yeah. You love my hat? Is that a question or an answer? Do you love my hat? Are you sure? Are you sure? I'm glad. I love my hat. My friend Beth made it. It's part of a pattern that we were working on. This is like the test that didn't take, but I love it. It got tweaked. It will be a pattern in a book in the spring. So, Stephanie had to resist today. Got an email from Michaels that all yarn is 25% off. Stop it! Now stop enabling me. What is the hardest thing to knit? I'd probably say grass. Do I have Twitter? Yes, I have Twitter at Good Knit Kisses. And on Instagram, I am at Good Knit Kisses. And on many other things, I am at Good Knit Kisses. You know, coincidentally, my business name is Good Knit Dash Kisses. Well, not dash, like space and then kisses. But because of social media and stuff, it's just easier just to say Good Knit Kisses all like one thing. Usually I capitalize like the beginning words. That's why sometimes you hear me go GKK, you know, that kind of thing. Shout out Scott. Hi, Scott. I'm shouting out to you. Yeah, Dawn, very good information. I'm sorry, I was being really cheeky with him. Dawn says, Scott, the hardest things to knit is something you haven't tried. That is so true. Do I find knitting relaxing? Yes, I do. Do I find knitting stressful? Yeah. Yeah, I can if I'm learning something new. But, man, how good does it feel when you conquer that thing? Speaking of conquering that thing, I want to give a big shout out. This is the next thing I want to talk about. Joanne Gay. Joanne's on here. Hi, Joanne. Everybody say hi, Joanne. And Joanne has helped work out how to do knit 3 past the slip stitch over all 3 stitches. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And wow. So I just worked it up last night. Oops, I'm dropping my loom. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Joanne, how did I do with your instructions? How did I do? Is she here? Did she go away? Okay, so this is the Bernat Mystery Stitch Along. So if you know, let me show you. I'm gonna show you the blanket for the Bernat Mystery Stitch Along. Let me get it unfolded here. So this is, I'm holding it upside down here. It looks perfect. Yay! I really love it. The gauge on it is so much better to work with the Bernat Blanket yarn than on the needles, because this beginning part that's kind of wonky that I may have to block. Okay, this is the needle one. Okay, ready? I'm holding it upside down, y'all. Okay, give me a break because I got the other part at the end that you can't see yet. So this is it. Okay, well, maybe I need to do this. That way you get a good perspective, but it's actually flip-flopped. Okay, so here we go. So this is the first part. This is week 1 clue, and then this is week 2 clue. This is week 2 stitches, okay? And so it's knit 3 past the slip stitch over those 3. Okay? Isn't that cool? And so then Joanne helped develop how to do it on the loom. And so, well, she helped me with week 2. That's a 5, not 2. She helped me with week 2. So this is week 1. Okay. So this is, now remember, this image is reversed. Okay. Because we're in a forward facing camera. Wow. Did I mess something up there? I think I've got a mess up. Well, that's okay. I may have a mess up, but that's all right. Look. So this is week 1. And this is week 2. Now, working on this late at night with migraine, so give me a break on my stuff. But anyway, I think I did pretty good. I'm not really sure why one of those things is off like that. I'll have to frog it, but at least you get the idea. So isn't that cool? You missed the memo. What loom is that? And plug. This is a Kiss loom from Kelly Jones. She is out at Kiss Looms. Go to kisslooms.com. And it is a dragon. A dragon loom is a large gauge loom. Okay, here's Kiss Looms. It's kind of covering this part right here, but it normally says Kiss, and she's got it brandished there. And this is an adjustable gauge. This is going to be reversed. This is her little logo here. So if you go to kisslooms.com, they're adjustable gauge looms. Now, except for this one. Now, it's adjustable in frame, in size. Okay, so you can knit in the round. You can knit flat back and forth on this. But do you see this contraption here? Do you see how this is we have one board. Okay, this is the board that it's on. And then we have this is a peg. I know it has a hole through the middle, but this is a peg. And the back part is a pin. Okay, so what you do is you weave your yarn through, you lay the yarn through the top. Like if I want to do a stockinette stitch, I want all knit stitches. Okay. If I want, let me go knit this over. Hang on. Hold on. If I want to do, if I want to do stockinette, what I do is I weave between a pin and a peg, a pin and a peg, and I go around and turn the corner. See how I'm weaving around this thing here? So then all I have to do is lift from the bottom up and over, and it gives this really consistent knit. And I just go all the way down. And then if I have to purl, I stop on that one and I purl, you know, that kind of thing. But that gives you a really consistent knit. Now, on their other looms, most of their other ones, the reason why they get the adjustable gauge, hold on. Oh, here's a better example. All right, here's a better example. So here is this is a small gauge loom from Kiss, and they have these little washers. Well, it's a little round disc. Oh, here's a disc. I don't know why I have an odd one sticking out, but thank you for the link, Carol. See this thing here? This is a plastic washer. Now, you could use a metal one, but these are a certain thickness, okay? Someone can tell me what that is. Off the top of my brain, I'm not thinking this morning. But anyway, in order for me to kind of match this dragon one, the reason why it's such a big space, if you're a Kiss person, I have 7 washers on here right now to get this. But you can take, you take these bolts out, and you take away or add the spacers here, these washers, to change the distance between these two boards. And then what that does is it makes the yarn travel a greater distance or a smaller distance, and that makes your stitch smaller or larger. Nice, right? And so you can match more closely a needle size if you're converting, and your stitches are very consistent. Now it does have a learning curve to it. Once you get going, once you cast on, and once you kind of get several rows going and everything, unless you're doing something super complicated, I mean, like do something easy when you first start on here. But once you get going, it's kind of addictive. You're like, oh, wow, this is really fun. You know, like this actually goes really fast. It doesn't feel like it at first, but it really does fly after a while. You're like, wow, I just did all that. So it works really well. And yeah, the adjustable gauge is amazing, and it really will blow your mind. It really will. Here's the rest of a loom here. This came off of this. So I was building, well, these little ends here are not the regular ones. Normally there's like maybe a 3 peg end or a 7, but I have like this big, I don't remember how many pegs that is, but it was like a special one she was getting me so that I could, and then you just add this in here, and then it becomes in the round. And, excuse me, I'm dumping all my supplies everywhere. But anyway, yeah, the Kiss looms are awesome. So if you're looking to check that out, go do that. They're all handmade. They cut it up, put the pins in, and they cut all the pins and pegs individually and put those in. And it's a family deal. It's a family thing and made in America. So anyway, that is it on that. Does anybody want to see this PSSO over 3? Does anybody want to see that? Please do a review of the Kiss Loom Company. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I want to make sure that Kelly is going to be okay. I do. I'm thinking maybe I should just review the dragon first. Or maybe the hatchling. What do you think, Joanne? The dragon loom this guy here comes with 42 pegs, and you can do an adjustable gauge. You could do your youth hat. You could do your adult size hat. You could do, you could do a child. But there actually is a larger one. You can get, she can also make custom extensions, although I would not recommend anybody do that for their first Kiss loom, and also because it would put a lot of undue pressure on Kelly, because I think your first loom, you should go with something that she already has like regularly made, although she is very willing to to make custom. But I would suggest, buying one and checking it out first rather than buy like a whole fleet of them. Okay. So, but yeah, a hatchling is a very small version of this, and a Komodo, like a dragon, is a large version of this. So a dragon hatchling would be amazing. So yes, we need to get Kelly to hear this and send me one, right? I know she would if I asked her. We're buds. We're buds. So I love Kelly. I want to make sure though that she's going to be okay, because man, she works her fingers she's a hard worker. Like, if there's hard workers in the dictionary, that is Kelly. So anyway, yeah. Oh, they have an introductory one for $20. I did not know that. Good to know. Did not know that. Is that the hatchling? I don't know this thing. I don't know this. So anyway, does anybody want to see how I did this? How Joanne did it? This is Joanne's. If anybody wants a little demonstration, I can do that. What else did I want to... Stephanie says, and don't forget you have a video with her from a conference. Yes, I do. I do have a video with her. I have a couple of videos with Kelly. If you go on my YouTube channel and go in the search bar, not the top search bar, but the one like near the playlist. If you're at youtube.com/goodknitsisses and you go to where the little tabs are, where playlists and everything, there's a little search bar. If you type a little thing, right, Kiss, or Kiss Looms, if you will type that in, then you'll see any video interviews that I've done with her. So yes, show the past over 3. Okay, I can do that. Let me look at my notes to make sure I am not talking about something. We talked about Bernat. I'll be doing that. Kathy's book giveaway. And then the mission trip is this week. So I will be broadcasting tomorrow and Thursday, but I will not be on Friday. And then I'll be back on Monday. No tips for Etsy this week. If you want me to review your shop, go back to the previous Friday and let me know that you want me to do your shop, and then give me the link to your shop. So that way I'm not like searching around and finding the wrong thing. So I think that was it. And let me see if I can get my notes out and get my table ready. And I have the wrong hook. Forgive me. I'm using not a Kiss hook with this because I don't know where I put it. Because I'm not as awesomely organized as everybody else is. All right, hold on. No pressure to do this right? Joanne's like, oh my gosh, she's gonna do it. All right. Here's the link for the interview with Kelly with Kiss. Ah, thank you, Carol. Okay. Oh my gosh, I feel nervous for I'm doing the Kiss loom on a video live. All right. My tripod is set up kind of funny today, so it may be actually in the video. I don't know why I set it up awkwardly like this, so I'm hoping that I can get this fixed here. So give me a moment. Let me adjust. Sorry, pardon me. 20 peg adjustable regular gauge is $19.95. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. Flip. Oh, the problem is I can't see it. So okay. Can y'all see this okay? Can this be seen? Okay, so we are going to work on, I'm getting my notes out. Okay, and I left on, what I did is I knit a full row from this side over to this side, and now I'm going to work a second row. And the way this works is you have to work the even rows from the left to the right. So what I'm going to do is this row is supposed to be a knit row. Now on the pattern it calls for a purl, but because it's a needle pattern, we're having to flip those even rows opposite. So it's it says purl for the row, but we have to actually knit. And so the way Joanne's instructions are, I've got to do knit 5. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to do something else. And Joanne, I had to, for myself, I had to adapt your instructions because she told me to do E-wrap the next peg 2 times. And I can't do that because apparently I'm a tighter knitter than she is. And many loom knitters probably loom knit as tight as I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to E-wrap this peg here 3 times. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I go behind the peg, behind the pin here in front of the peg, and now I'm going to wrap 3. 1, 2, 3. That's knit 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go ahead and knit these. Can y'all tell from this angle what I'm doing, or do I need to readjust my angle? Because this is not how I normally shoot my videos. So 1, 2, 3. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing for the next row where I'm going to have a PSSO. So this is going to get unwrapped and go over 1, 2, 3 stitches. So what it is I got this prepared because these first 2 stitches here are the end stitches which are knit. And then these 3 are going to need a PSSO, a pass a slip stitch over. These 3 will receive this PSSO, okay? So now I've got to get all these ready. So I've got these 3. So this is the setup. So you don't need it on needles, but you certainly need it on the loom. You've got to set this up. And then I did the 3, and then I'm wrapping 1, 2, 3. This is a Kiss loom, but you can do this on another loom. You just don't have these pins behind here, okay? You can knit, like if you're doing it on your own loom, let's just say you don't have a Kiss loom, okay? And I'm using this Kiss because this is the right gauge, okay? So if I wanted to do a U-wrap, I would just do this, a U-knit. You just wrap it around back like that, and then go to your next peg. The Kiss with these pins in the back prevents you from having it too tight. Well, I can still be tight, but it prevents it from becoming more like a flat knit, okay, if you know what a flat knit is. Not everybody on here is at the same level, so I got to make sure. Well, I don't mean to say that. I mean just our level of knowledge at the moment. So that's 3, wrap 3. So now I'm going to go, so we're turning a corner here. So this is wrap 3. I got knit 1, go behind this pin. In front of this one is 2, 3. Oh, I'm running out of room. I got to move my little bowl. Okay. I can't really read the conversation, so hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. After I get to the end of here, I'm going to see if y'all have any questions, and then I'm going to go do this. 2, 3. I'm going to come back and knit over these E-wraps. Just don't worry, Joanne, I haven't forgotten. So now these last 2 I'm going to knit. Okay, I'm going to go back through now and knit over all these E-wrapped ones because it still needs to be a stitch. So I'm just going to lift up the bottom 3 and take, because there should be 3 wraps on all these pegs here. So I'm going to knit this over. Okay, go down here, knit this over, go down here. So you should be skipping 3 pegs. And then these last 2 pegs, it may look funny that there's 5 on that side and 2 on this side, but that's because those 3 before the 2 end ones are going to have the PSSO on them. And then these 2 just are alone. Okay, so that's the setup. That's row 2. Now, second row. Now, this is after it's all been set up and it's been spread out because I originally was working on 18. I'm doing 18 pegs, and then I had to increase to 24 by purling in the front and the back. I will say it was super duper difficult. The pattern, the way it is, has this ridge of purls. It's not really necessary. You could just knit in the front and back and be done with it, and I think it would be lovely and just fine. But purl in the front and back is what was required, and so I did that. But I have a heck of a time doing it. So that was because it's on the kiss and everything that made it a little bit more difficult. The kiss is normally fine. It's just the way to do that stitch, and it's rarely ever called for. Okay, so we're going to do the third row, which is knit 2. 1, 2. Normally I would load this up, but I'm just being dramatic to show you. Okay, so we got knit 2, and then, oh, I gotta snooze an alarm. Knit 2, and then we're going to skip or slip. See, we're skipping it, but it's a slipped peg, so we're just not even going to do anything with it. It just gets held behind these pins, and then we're going to knit 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do those. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've knit these 3, and then this one was skipped. Now, Joanne gave me in her instructions, what she gave me was, y'all, is this not bright enough? Can you see that better? I just hate that glare. Maybe that's better. Oh, is that better? Oh, that's better. Okay. Okay, she told me, now you can wrap all of yours like this. You can go and then skip all the ones with the E-wraps and then go all the way down. I don't like that because I knit too tight. So if you are a loose knitter, feel free to go ahead and do that and then come back to all these wrapped pegs. I'm going to show you what I ended up doing last night, which is basically what she told me to do. It's just slightly different because, because I'm me. So, oh, that darn phone. Y'all know I don't answer that phone. I don't have a cable needle, so I'm going to use one of these. Well, I have a cable needle, but with all my move stuff, I don't have it. So I'm going to take a needle. Last night I used this big chunky one. It's a size 11, which is what I've been using on my Bernat blanket for the needles. Oh my word, I wish that phone would stop ringing. So sorry. Thank you. I think someone picked it up for me. Anyway, so I used this is a size 8 or 5 millimeter, and it's just slightly smaller, but it doesn't really matter, just a stick or a cable needle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up this stitch here and slide in my needle, pick this stitch up, slide in your needle. Again, a cable needle would work. I wouldn't use a stitch holder that's got a sharp end on it just because you're going to not want to hurt yourself. So I picked these stitches up. I'm holding them to the back, okay? And then make sure that you've already knit over that bottom E-wrap. If you didn't, you're going to have a doozy here. But go ahead and you're going to pop off all 3 of these wraps, or if you did the 2, if you're a loose knitter, okay? And then I'm going to put it on my needle. Not sure. I'm having a hard time here because maybe my tripod will hold this up for me. Okay, so now I've got this big long loop, and then I have these 3 little ones, right? So what I'm going to do, and I've done this slightly different than Joanne's instructions, so I may have to help her revise them, or we'll keep them the same, but I'm going to show you how I like to do it, okay? Because her instructions are still valid. This is how I do it. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to use my hook here, and I'm going to go and scoop up 1, 2, 3, these here, and then I'm going to pull them through this big loop. It looks like a mess in this yarn, I agree, but I'm still got a hold of them, okay? Then I'm going to take them off one by one. Man, this is hard with this tripod in the way. It looks more difficult than what it is. Okay, I've got one, and I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to put it on this peg here. There it is. And now I can stretch it and put this one on. Okay, and then I'm going to stretch this one around and make sure I get them behind these pins. Okay, and then so this one will be empty, and then we have our knit 3. Okay, so the slip stitch is this bar. It forms this bar right here. See that? That's it. I know it sounds weird because I struggle with this. I have a big bar like right here that you can't see. It goes all the way, so I'm having kind of a hard time showing you. Y'all, let me know if you want me to show you that again. I'll kind of talk and do it overhead. See if I can do it overhead here for a second. But I'm probably just going to have time to do one more time because I have to go get my kiddo here in a minute. She's getting her braces off today. Woohoo! So, I'm going to knit this. Okay, and the reason why I'm not going all the way for my sake is because see how loose this is? If I need to loosen up my stitch, in fact, I did that last night a few times because I had gone super tight, so I was able to loosen up easier. If I had gone all the way down, I wouldn't be able to. In fact, I had to frog back a row, 2 rows, because I was super, super tight, and I had to figure out the best way to do it for me. So now I've got that. And then I pop these off. Okay, got my loop, and then I just scoop. Get your loop and scoop. And so I turn this little head here, pull this out. I don't need it anymore. And now I'm just going to put them back in the same order. I put the 4th peg down, the 3rd peg down, and the 2nd peg down. If you're working from a cable needle, you may find that you scoop this way and then you'll like pop them off onto the 2nd first. So if you have a needle like this and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to flip it onto here and I'm going to flip it onto here and do it onto here. It just didn't work as easy for me, and I felt like scooping it up like this worked better. So that's it. That's how I did it. Isn't that awesome? And then like, let's say I'm at the end and I come back. So the next row, all it is you're knitting and you're coming back and you're yarning over. And so all I did is just went and did this. This is my yarn over. No big deal, right? It's just a zigzag. And then it gets knitted again and worked in the next round. That's it. So, yay! What did you think? Joanne says, oh, it works great. Passing the slip stitch over the others is a bit finicky. So, yeah, you have to work it out how it works for you. So, oh, this is not holding. Okay. I'm going to see if there's any other comments I need to answer now that I've put it away. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, is it on your wish list? Oh, that's great, Bridget. Oh, good. Okay. So y'all thought the angle was good. Awesome. Thank you, Ellie. I'm so glad. Sorry it was so fidgety. Of course, when I do a tutorial on this, it'll definitely be much smoother and nicer and look like, oh, it all worked out perfectly for the first time for Kristen, which it doesn't always. It didn't. I mean, I had to mess with it and quite literally, I mean, I didn't have to because Joanne is awesome. So everybody get your emoji icons out for some hand clapping and some hearts for Miss Joanne. Joanne Gay. Check her out on Ravelry. She's got some stuff. She has this beautiful Morning Glory skirt. Did I say it right? I bought the pattern, but I could never remember the name. Really, really pretty skirt that she made, and you can size it up. Anyway, she's awesome. I love it. We all need help from people, right? I told Joanne, I said, I'm not I'm not the queen of everything. I don't know everything, but what I do know is when I find a good way to teach something in multiple ways, I love to share it with people. I like to figure it out, or if someone's figured it out and gives me permission, I love to share it and show it to people, because hopefully they will eliminate some of that stress in their life and learn something new. Right? So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you again so much, Joanne. Thank you to Kathy again for the book, and be sure and get your entries in. I will be announcing the winners tomorrow. It's going to have to go up on the YouTube, on the YouTube. I sound like an old fart saying the Facebook. It's going to go up on YouTube and like I normally do, and announce the winners. So it'll probably be like one of those live reveals. That was kind of fun last time. So anyway, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, it was fun to work it out. Yeah, it will be great. So I need to start working out. We got to do next week's, and then week 4. So anyway, I love this community of loom knitters. I love when people work and share together, and work through each other's strengths. Mine is gathering people together and encouraging them and teaching them new things. But you know what? I have to learn too. So anyway, it's a blast. So you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, and y'all get loomy. Love ya. Bye.